Welcome back to another episode of After Brunswick.
You don't know. New year, same host, same show, and same sponsor, 9B Chantry Distributors. Just want to say Happy New Year to everyone all across the world, because it's not just Jamaica, it's an international thing. So big up to everybody who has been subscribing, liking, and commenting and sharing, and just continue to support us in the new year.
I don't know, we have a lot of great content coming for you guys in this new year. We're trying to stay consistent. Just provide quality content like we have been doing, and hopefully you guys appreciate it.
Yeah, man, and you don't know, it's January, Bobby. Half of the season has finished. This is the football season, Premier League season. Focus on the Premier League season today in today's episode. So I was going to go through some of the highs, some of the lows. We had predictions at the start of the season. We had a start of the table. At the start of the season, how the table would have ended. Right now, halfway through, it's looking a bit all over the place.
But the one thing that we both agreed on at the beginning, and it has seemed to come to pass so far, is that Man City would be the dominant force in the league. And at first people were saying at the start of the season, Chelsea looks so strong, Liverpool looks so strong, and yes, those two teams both still look well. Chelsea not so much, but Liverpool still look relatively strong. But City are really pulling away with it, and they're just really showing their class. Even today, as we film this episode, as Arsenal fans, we watch the Man City Arsenal game, and although Arsenal had the better the game, but City did what champions do, and they won. They found a way to win the game.
Yeah, definitely. So.
People may point to other factors as to why they won the game, but at the end of the day, it's a results business. You get me? So City are showing their class. The Rodri has been phenomenal all season so far. Bernardo Silva, what more can you say? Fun when he's in the team. But something that I may have gotten wrong at the beginning of the season was the impact Jack Grealish would have. Cause if you think about when I was predicting Premier League player of the season, and yes, it was a bold shout just because I rate Jackie Grealish, and that has not changed. But I predict him to get Premier League player of the season, and not
so
only he's been. I'm not gonna say he's been poor, because he's still doing things that he was doing at Villa, but now for a different team, he's not going to look as impressive. But he hasn't been the standout player. He hasn't even been a top 5 player for City, much less to be a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah.
So it's just been a little disappointing on that front, but that hasn't perturbed City whatsoever from just being the best team, not only in the league, but maybe the best team in Europe this season.
Yeah, and along that point, I had said that Harry Kane will be the player of the season. I mean, even more disappointing than Jack Grealish. I was really basing that prediction on him moving to Man City. I felt like if Harry Kane went to Man City, I felt like it would have been over. The quality striker he is, but he's really been poor this season. I had him also winning the Golden Boot. That's not happening. So it's a part of the game. It's a part of football. Win some and lose some, and that's just how predictions go at times.
I predicted Lukaku to get top goal scorer. He got some injuries. When he does play, he scores. But he got some injuries. He got COVID, and just recently talking about this recency thing, and I don't know what he's going out there in the media talking about. Talking about his love for Inter Milan. The Inter Milan fans don't even rate you. They don't rate you because you sell out the man them. You see me? You come out here talk about it's not like Chelsea is a new club team. Chelsea is a club that gave me start in football. And yes, there can be context in certain things that you say, but as a baller, you don't need to say certain things.
That's true. You have to keep it professional.
He's not Grealish to Villa. If Grealish come out and say that about Villa, I'd completely understand.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not Grealish to Villa, you see me? He was at Inter Milan for 2-3 seasons. You're not some cult hero down there. So you don't need to be saying all that. As I said, the man them even rated down there.
True.
You see me? So, and that's just disrupting Chelsea. And Chelsea, although they started so strong, as I said, Chelsea now they're struggling. Yeah, they have a lot of injuries. They have COVID issues. But at the end of the day, I still think Chelsea have the strongest squad in the Premier League, and they should be doing better than they are.
Yeah, but I mean, as I said, it's a mid-season review. Can't really make too many damning statements right now. They've played well. That's the reality. They've played well for the most part, and they're still in the top 3. Which is, I mean, I had them finishing second. I think you also had them finishing second. So it's still a possibility for them to finish second, but For me, one of the biggest highlights of the season so far has been the emergence of young talents. You know, that's how much we love young talent here and after Brunswick. And Conor Gallagher's impact at Crystal Palace has been immense so far. Patrick Vieira's influence on the team, the culture he's brought to Crystal Palace, despite them losing this morning. You know, they're going to lose some games, but I feel like players like Conor Gallagher has been playing really well. You know, showing all the young people time for 2022.
Young people time,
is
no
it?
joke. And you know, he's been performing so well. You know, a lot of statistical metrics, not only for under 23 players in the league, but also overall midfielders in the league. He's been brilliant, and I think at the end of the season we can all agree that he'll be up there for the Young Player of the Year honors, not only for the Premier League but PFA as well. But you know which club has, you can say, 2 players who would be up there for Young Player of the Year?
I like it. You know, Saka and Emil Smith Rowe. When I talk about young ball, I talk about Big 7 and Big ESR 10.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke,
people. And you talk about Smith Rowe, you know.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe come off of the bench last 4 Premier League games.
How many goals did he score?
It's 3 consecutive.
That's crazy.
Smith Rowe has 8 goals, 2 assists in the league.
Yeah.
Certain side, we still get to certain side, but certain side bring in some goat.
Yeah.
Them call some goat. And them and Smith Rowe have the same amount of league goals.
That's crazy.
In Smith Rowe has played such less minutes.
And isn't he a midfielder?
In a worse team.
Wow.
In a worse team.
That's crazy.
And
young talent.
I know
ESR
certain baller over that side as well. That side also have a young baller them talk about one compared to our star boy Bukayo Saka.
You cannot
do that. Let me tell you why. Bukayo Saka has 6 goals, 4 assists in the league.
Yep.
You get me? While certain man they agree I make video with girl embarrass himself. in care him couldn't there Euros because our star boy did a start in the Euros. In the
big final. No
get
joke.
man of the match in the Euros. So I'm not really here for the comparisons. People want to say that, you know, it's incorrect to compare Greenwood to Martinelli when Martinelli and Greenwood have the same amount of league goal this season.
Is that
when
so?
Saka has been performing better than Greenwood for a considerable period of time.
Probably a year.
When Emil Smith Rowe has been performing better than Greenwood for a considerable period of time.
Definitely.
But I'm not here to slag off United.
We're not going to do that. It's a mid-season.
I am here to slag off United.
People, it's 2022, and as you can see, nothing has really changed.
Nothing has changed.
It's, hold on. OTB stands for Only the Bobby. A theme show, people. So remember this. Talk, Bobby.
You know, people
talking
about
a sip.
People talking about United, you know, start of the season. I had them coming 3rd because of the quality in their squad. But is that quality really there, people?
Wow.
When you take a look at it, you know, yes, they have probably, if not the greatest goal scorer of all time in their squad. It's debatable. Not going to take away his class. But when they talk about players like Rashford, poor this season. Talk about players like Bruno, who I think has been unfairly criticized, but he has, I'm not going to say he's been below his level this season. I actually want to stand up for Bruno in this start, but generally, I think United have been poor this season, and that led to the sacking of their manager.
Yeah.
And then now they bring in a manager with more tactical nous. It's taking them some time to adjust. You know, some iffy results here and there. I think they'll get it together, but it's just whether or not they'll get it together more than other teams in and around them, such as the West Ham, the Spurs, dare I say, the Arsenal. So, as I've said before, I'm very bullish on Arsenal. True. You get me? People have been supporting, me and Liverpool have been supporting Arsenal for majority of our lives.
That's true.
So we know how this goes. We watch a young Arsenal team almost win the league already. You get me? We've always seen Arsenal look like they're about to do something, then let us down.
Yeah.
You get me? So we're not going to come here on the show and say, yes, after this performance today, Arsenal are back and we're going to be doing this, that, and the third. No. We're just waiting to see how it goes. We have a very young team, a very young coach, a very young coaching staff, so we're hoping to see how it going to progress.
Yeah, definitely so. And on that note, people, you know, we have a little question I want to ask you. Guys, you can get down in the comments. And Bobby mentioned it a while ago. Who do you think is the real star boy? It's still Phil Foden, you know, but between Saka and Greenwood, who is really the man? Let us know in the comments. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer, but I want to know what you guys think.
You know, Lipo, you know, as I mentioned Spurs, I mentioned West Ham, 2 teams in and around. Spurs, how have you felt about their season so far after the sacking of Nuno? Because Conte has been there for a considerable period.
Yeah, I mean, Conte is undefeated. You know, hasn't lost any games with Spurs as yet. He's done a good job so far. I'm a man of my word. I still don't think Harry Winks is half as good as a footballer. I don't think Harry Winks is good at all, but Conte is getting the best out of him. I mean, he's playing decent football, and that's what good coaches do. They get the best out of players. So it's going to be a very interesting second half of the season for Spurs. I don't really have much expectation for that team. I don't think,
because I didn't really take into consideration how bad Spurs squad is.
Their squad is
you get
really
me?
poor.
Because really and truly, if you look at it, look at their defense. Apart from Romero, who I'm going to give a blight because he hasn't played much.
Yeah.
Who is getting into another team competing for where they should be? Out of that team. Regulan is okay at best. Emerson no good.
Yeah.
You get me? Lloris is still a top quality keeper. When you talk about the midfield, Højbjerg, Skip, who I rate as a young baller, but at the end of the day, Skip, Winks, you get me? Ndombele, Lucas Moura.
You know, you're kind of baller.
He's just Kane and Son.
Yeah.
As the two killer them, you get me? It's not nothing too, you get me? So,
Nothing exciting.
But Conte is not going to go to Spurs and not know that he's going to spend a lot of money. So
that's true.
I'm very intrigued to see what they're going to do in January to see if they can overtake a team like West Ham.
Yeah.
Because West Ham, yes, they've been kind of inconsistent lately, but overall, they cannot be upset with the season that they're having.
Yeah, they've had a good first half of the season so far. Workhorse, Souček and Rice in the midfield. Rice has arguably been the best Prem player so far. That's a big shout. But he's been arguably the best Prem player so far. He's very crucial to the West Ham unit. And I think Souček's running has also gone on the radar. Stats Souček has covered the most ground in the season. So, I mean, as you said, they should be really proud of the season so far.
And then when you take a look down now at the lower ends of the table.
Oh, Norwich, you're gone. Bye-bye.
Norwich is out of here,
Bye-bye.
It's not looking too promising.
And it's not looking promising for Newcastle.
It's not looking promising.
Takeover is looking, and honestly, they put in a bid for Trippier, and I genuinely don't think. I think even if they're getting 2 to 3 players, I can't. At this point, I can't see Newcastle staying up.
They showed signs of life against United still.
But it's United. Let's be real. Let's be real, guys. It's United. Let's be real, gents. It's United.
But one team, Lipo, as an Arsenal fan, you're subject to all kinds of banter.
Yeah.
I know a team that people love to say, Arsenal is a big 6 club. When you have side like Leicester. So why you don't hold Leicester to the same type of pedestal where you hold Arsenal to? When Leicester have been awful for the whole season. Knocked out of the Europa League group. Struggling in the Premier League. Yes, they had a good result against Liverpool, but due to just looking at the game, the amount of chance game, yes, it was an unwarranted victory. It was not a deserved victory. So don't use that it was a fluke victory. Leicester have been poor all season. No one wants to hold them to not start a level because then they might go trace back and say, oh, it's just Leicester.
Yeah.
So keep the same energy, man. If you're going to run off your mouth, keep the same energy. Come on, see people on Twitter, run off their mouth. Keep the same energy. You get me? So,
Mood 2022.
No joke. So, that's the Premier League. When you talk about teams like Brentford,
Going off the ball, I think they just here there. They're just participants at this point.
I think because their squad is so thin.
Yeah.
So I think the COVID restrictions and the injuries are going to affect them more. But
I feel like along that point, the team has really, really been hampered by injuries and restrictions. Has really been Leeds. Sorry, I think Leeds are really, really struggling. They're in a really, really bad position really right now. But really, really thin. So
but the thing is, I don't feel sorry for Premier League clubs when they have thin squads because they have so much money that they're able to spread it around and at least invest in some. The only thing is that Leeds invests in their youth so much.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't expect for that youth to be needed to come good right now. So I'm not technically sorry for them, but Leeds is not a team that I like to see leave the league because Leeds is a historic club that I love to see in the Premier League.
That's true.
And that's really the Premier League,
Yeah, that's really
the best league in world football. It always has been and it always will be. So,
no joke.
So but also when you talk about the best, you're talking about OTB.
No joke.
And that's the best show on YouTube.
OTB also stands for only the best, Best
No
quality,
joke.
best hosts,
So
best sponsors.
Best sponsors. It's not a joke. So people we're going to leave it here for now.
Yeah, man.
Just look out, as we say, for more content, more different types
More
of
collabs
content.
coming.
Yeah, no joke.
Mm.
Just one look out for it, and people, I'm out.